pretty good night last night. Only got up once, really. Woke up about 5, getting around here this morning. Double air mattresses made a big difference. And the new tent definitely was warmer. Leaving Douglass Springs Campground at about 7:30. There is the palace right there.
The Palace of Fine Art.
The Palace of Fine Art. And
it's our L.
4,800.
And we will be just a hair under 8.
Just a hair under 8. 3,000 feet. In 6.5 miles, 6 miles.
You know what, no. Probably 6.5.
This will be Craig's largest ever elevation activity in one hike. Manning Camp.
6.3.
6.3.
Which is almost identical to yesterday.
Yeah, minus the fact that we have to add another 1,000 feet. Beautiful morning. Nice night. Hard to believe I was wearing long underwear, heavy socks, and a hat sleeping last night.
There on the way back.
That's good. There'll be some good water here on the way back. We are a mile into our 6-mile hike. We climbed about 500 feet. Lots of stairs, some flat spots, more frequent shrubs. We're headed to Cowhead Pass, which Jeff is going to show us the rock that they call Cowhead. All right, Jeff tells me that rock outcropping up on the horizon is Cowhead. You can see the rock out there and it's kind of pointed to the right. That's its head. And we're headed up there and around that.
To the saddle.
To the saddle.
And that's the easy part of our day.
And that's, I guess, the easy part of our day. I didn't need to hear that. This is the Manzanita Grove, which is awesome. Temperature must be 20 degrees cooler in here.
I'm gonna stop and put on another layer, man. I'm getting cold.
Jeff's putting on another layer. This is pretty neat in here. This is really cool in here, both literally and visually. Somebody had to have built this trail. I don't know if you can see this edge and stuff. Somebody must have hauled those rocks and built this trail somehow.
Oh, helmet head.
Oh, we're at the 2 mile point now. We're up a little over 1,000 feet. We found this nice, cool rock shade oasis. There's pools of water, but no running water that we found. A nice little break. My goal is to rest every mile and take an extended break every 2. So I guess I only get 1 more extended break. Crap. On.
Okay, boys and girls, here we are, Cowhead Saddle. We've made it to 6,100 feet. We've come up a few 2.5 miles, just under 4 to go. And repeat after me. Dad can do this. Grandpa can do this, okay? Stephen, Matthew, Helen, Sophie, and
Sydney.
Sydney. Repeat after me. Dad can do this. You can, oh, this finger. Sorry. See, he's laughing already.
I'm panting and Mr. Crane's doing it with a broken finger.
Yeah, it's just not a toe.
Exactly. Well, we made it. You'd think when you said the word saddle that you're done climbing and you get to go down, but that's not accurate.
So, when you and Jennifer head up, this is the end of the Tango Verde Trail. So this is uphill to, before that is the peak, Tango Verde Peak.
11.5 miles to Tango Verde Trailhead from here.
Yeah.
Well, Jennifer and I have been about 5 miles in on Tango Verde Trailhead.
Where does it say grass shack? I thought there was.
And there is Cowhead. Is that Cowhead up there?
Yeah, now we can't see.
They can't see the cow, but that's it.
Right.
That outcropping of rocks I showed you an hour and a half ago and 1,500 feet ago. This is it right here.
But we're in the pines. We're in the alligator juniper.
A little bit of a breeze here.
Breeze, thank goodness. But
and
the
Mr.
next 3.5 will.
Jeff said these are harder than the first half. So
remember, Grandpa can do this. Dad
Grandpa doesn't have a choice to do this or not.
He can do it. All right.
When I thought of something to do that was challenging, that would convince myself that I'm not getting old on my 60th birthday, and I decided to go to the bottom of the Grand Canyon, I think that's kind of a wimpy goal. I think I should have said I wanted to go to Manning Camp, which is what we're doing today on Jeff's birthday.
Happy Easter,
Happy
everybody.
Easter, and we'll celebrate that more up at the top.
He has risen, and so are we.
And so are we.
We are rising.
Well, we're 2.5 miles in, maybe. Not quite to the halfway point. See Tucson out there in the distance. Way out there. And then you go this way, you can see Vail on the other side, and that area along there is a Tango Verde Ridge. that you go up and down over. It's 11.5 miles to the Tango Verde Ridge trailhead. Well, this has been a half a mile of stairway to hell. Just go at a slow pace. Use my poles to help lift my legs up the step. But this is the never-ending staircase. I'm going to take you around this bend, and you can see it's the never-ending staircase. There you go. This is the 3-mile point. Supposedly, we're up 1,700 feet. So, we're just a little bit more than halfway up. Jeff is motoring right along. No food hangover this time to help me keep up. Hopefully I'm still on the trail. We took a nice little break in some shade, catch our breath, but didn't help me a lot. Now we're looking out towards where I think is Vail, and that big peak is Mount Wrightson, which is south of Tucson. We are way up here. It's pretty up here, but this trail is teaching me a new lesson in humility, that's for sure. I'm thankful that Jeff is here. It keeps me motivated to keep going, keep pushing through this mess. This is just about 100 yards later, and there's the city of Tucson. Well, I think we're somewhere in the 7,000 feet elevation range. We're coming up on 4 miles since we left the camp. We're starting to get into some pines. I can smell the pine trees. My legs are pretty much jello, and I still got another probably 2.3 miles, 2.5 miles to go. If Jeff is right, we reach an apex and then go down a little bit for about 0.6 of a mile to get to Manning Camp. We'll see. I'll believe it when we get there. It's been a pretty steady climb, about 500 feet a mile so far. Actually, this is the longest stretch of flat we've had. Hoping for more of it. Whew. Well, I've hit a wall here. 4.4 miles up, 2,500 feet up. My legs are mush. Every time I turn around, there's another climb. I still have 2 miles to go to get to camp, and probably another 1,200 feet of climbing. So I'm stopped here. Jeff is well ahead of me. I'll be lucky to see him before we get to camp again. It is pretty up here. But these steps and climb, my calves are just mush. What am I doing this for? Do I really want to do the Grand Canyon? Guess I'm committed now. Well, I am certainly stopping a lot now. I stopped about 4.3 miles, just a little ways behind me. Hit a wall. Now I'm off the trail that I'm on. My legs are kind of mush right now. I think I got about a mile to go till I'm at the intersection to go down into the camp. I'm hoping that Jeff has just pressed on the best he can. A nice breeze here where I'm standing, but there's still a lot of up. Our first snow, about the 5 mile point, and I would guess somewhere around 7,800 feet or so. Hard to believe we're in Arizona. Pine forest up here. Smells luscious. Nice little breeze blowing periodically. I got about 3/4 of a mile to go to get to one of my main milestone goals, which is getting to the junction to Micah Peak and Manning Camp. And then from there, I think it's like 6/10 of a mile. Relatively flat, I think, I hope. So I haven't made it yet. I will make it though, for worse for wear, one way or another. I haven't seen Jeff for probably over an hour now, stopping and taking long breaks. I'm sure he's just motoring right along. Hopefully he went ahead and got us a good campsite. Well, I've been about another mile. It says that I am at 5.5 miles since I started and 3,118 feet so far, and I'm exhausted. I seem to be stopping about every half mile now. Hopefully things will smooth out. That's where I've been. My thighs are mush. I've never done anything like this ever, even when I was young. But I'm gonna make it. I'm not that far from my main goal. All right, I'm coming up on Milestone 1. A nice note from Jeff. Craig, I went to Manning to secure a site. Good job. Downhill, bro. Birthday boy, Jeff. 10 after 12. There's 6/10 of a mile to go. Save that note, I'll put it in my journal. Good, that's what I was hoping he would do. All right, 6/10 of a mile downhill, and the first thing I have to do is come up out of a little gully here. All right, landmark 2. This is the Fire Loop Trail, and it says I got 4/10 of a mile to go. I think I might actually make this. Not exactly downhill, birthday boy, but if there's no big steps and it's gradual, I can probably do it. Every downhill is an uphill on Tuesday. I see it, I see it. I see some buildings. I don't know what else I see, but I can see my destination. Jeff said he was getting us a spot. I think I'm about 15 minutes behind him. So I gotta admit, I feel pretty good if that's all I am, is 15 minutes behind him. That means, based on the way we've been traveling, I'm probably 1/3 of a mile behind him. There it is. Manning Camp. Where we're headed. Our home for the next 2 nights. Jeff's gonna have to really motivate me to go climb out of here and go climb up to the top of a mountain tomorrow. This is the place. Cowhead Saddle Trail, that's where we just came from. We're already registered. Manning Camp. The cabin was built in 1905 by Levi Manning, Surveyor General of the Arizona Territory and Mayor of Tucson. Levi and his family spent several summers here raising vegetables and cattle and escaping the heat. He abandoned the cabin in 1907 when the Rincon Mountains were added to Coronado National Forest. In 1933, it was made part of Saguaro National Monument, which was renamed Saguaro National Park in 1994. The National Park Service uses the cabin for fire and trail crews, researchers, and rangers. The cabin provides an important base for prescribed burn operations, pack mules, deliver supplies, which is on the National Historic Register of Historic Places. Amazing. That's where we started today. 2.4, 3.5, 0.4. All right, we made it. Jeff's here.
Feet, I'd say at 6.3. That was that was probably my
6.5.
Okay, with a full pack, I think that was the hardest.
That's without a doubt.
That was up there.
The hardest I ever did, and wait till Jeff sees the selfie videos I took.
Cursing me the whole way.
Oh, this is our site right here. I made it. Holy cow. That was a lot. That was the toughest hike I've ever been on. But I made it. Now, hangout time.
Looking for a good.
This is why we're at Manning Springs here. Or Manning Camp. You can see the water running all the way down from up there into that pool. It comes out of the ground. Down here it's running good. This is where we're going to get our water. This is where I'm going to come back when I get my flip-flops. I'm going to stick my feet in probably.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely time for a PTA bucket bath. A little downstream.
Yeah, this is Jeff setting up his tent. He thinks he's going to take a nap, but he's got the rain fly on, which that surprises me. I thought he'd sit where it was cool.
We're at 8,000 feet.
The breeze is awesome. Freeze my butt off tonight. I think it's going to be a night for the electric socks.
You gotta use them.
I got to use them. I hauled them all the way up here.
But the good news is we might have a campfire and a U of A national championship game on the radio.
What time's the game start?
I'm thinking 6, but I might have to go to the helipad and do a little research.
All right, there's the tent. I didn't bore you with the stakes, but looks like it's in a fairly level spot. But that's where it's going to be. Now I got to see how much oxygen I have left in my lungs to inflate my sleeping pads. We're up on the helipad here at Manning Camp. We came up here to get a cell signal. You can see forever. We'll maybe come up here in the morning when there's not haze in the sky. This is Helen's Dome. Tomorrow, if our legs aren't mush, we're going to try to go up there and have lunch maybe and see the views of Tucson. But I think it involves bushwhacking. There's birthday dinner cooking here. Getting all the food ready. What are we having here, sir?
Mexican bean, chili mac, and lentil walnut pilaf with kale.
What happened to the curry food?
The curry's for tomorrow with the chicken.
Oh.
I don't want to show the bad finger.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jeff. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, Jennifer. They're going to be so good.
We're back up on the helipad for sunset.
Thank you, lover girl. We're up here at the very top, watching the sunset. Hi. Believe it or not, we got to listen to the game on the Rangers radio. It was so sweet. She brought her radio to us. She knew we were a fan.